And what is the criteria to choose the next song?
We don't really have criteria to choose the next song. We kind of just, we tried it. I guess the criteria is, it doesn't really matter what song it is, but we want it to fit a certain mold. So for one song, we'll try to pick a good song that will almost, you never know, but we are almost 100% sure will be popular. So there are certain bands that are just more popular than others, and we will gravitate toward those songs when we want a heavy hitter. So Metallica, when we did the Metallica songs, we are like, people are gonna like these Metallica songs.
Yeah, we know that these are.
We did a Guns N' Roses song, and it did very well. So Metallica is also gonna do well, and we were right. So we always try to schedule, okay, what are gonna be our very popular songs? Avril Lavigne always does very well. So we're like, okay, how can we do an Avril Lavigne song? Stuff like that. Other songs will be like, okay, what genre are we kind of hitting this month? And can we do a little more of a less known song in that genre that people will like?
I think a lot of it comes down to also, if we see some comments on our YouTube videos that get a ton of likes and people really want to see that song, it makes us more inclined to do a cover of that song. And I think that's how some of our most popular ones have come about, like The Diary of Jane and Bring Me to Life, the Evanescence cover, were both like fan-picked songs just from our comments that ended up doing really well.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good track record. Like they haven't really let us down yet.
So because it's coming right from, you know, their mouth.
Right from the source, basically.
Exactly. They say, we want this song. Okay, we're gonna give you that song. And very rarely, but on occasion, we'll just be like, we like the song, let's just do it. And then we'll just make it fun. Just enjoy the song. If we find a really, really good modern song, we will do that. That's just on the top 40 and try.
That's how we started out, only doing like songs that were on the radio that were popular right then in there. And then I think once we finally had a fan base, we were able to go back and do some classic rock songs, because it as a smaller channel, the visibility just isn't there to play a song that everyone else has already covered. So Sweet Child of Mine, there's hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of covers of Sweet Child of Mine on the internet already.
All over the world.
So it wasn't until we had a big enough channel that we could really take a swing at a song like that and say, all right, we're gonna compete with all the best people that have ever covered this song and see if we can get noticed through that song. So at the beginning, we started trying to be basically the first person to cover a song, and now we're trying to be like the best people to cover a song.
The best among the best among the world. And this is a question for Matt. How do you manage this copyright issue?
How do we manage the copyright issue? Well, at first, I'll just be completely honest, we didn't. When we first started the channel, we didn't manage it. We just, we were like, please don't take our channel down.
Just a prayer?
Yeah, we were just like, okay, I mean, not in our control, but now we've learned a lot more about copyright, and Ryan might be able to explain it better, but there's basically two sides of copyright. There's the recording side, and then there's the writing side. Is that correct, Ryan?
Publishing side, yeah.
Publishing side. So obviously, we do covers, so the original artist gets all the publishing, because it's not our song. But then we are entitled to all the recording side, because we re-recorded the song in, you know, our own image. So basically, it was just about making sure that initially YouTube was doing the split properly, and that it was basically, when you go to your YouTube channel, it'll just be like monetized, and it will be like sharing or off, or there's many different things. And I mean, we just hope that all of them said sharing, and if they didn't say sharing, we just let it go. Because at the beginning, we were like, it's more important for us to get the views on this video than to get the money from this video. Actually, quite a bit of songs that we just said, nope, we're not gonna make any money off of this. We're just gonna let it go. But then we now are signed with a multi-channel network that helps us take care of all of that. So they'll go into, you know, YouTube and the songs, and they'll contact, you know, the big record labels and be like, they'll work it out. So they'll be like, this is our cover band. We are gonna take these 50%, of the recording. Here's your 50% publishing, and they can go straight to the source instead of all these convoluted back roads.
Maze.
Like,
Yeah.
exactly. So now we're straight to the source, and it's split 50-50 every time. We don't have to worry about it. So now basically we just hire other people to take care of that for us. But at the beginning, it was very just like, oh, cool, we get to make a little bit of money off of this video. Or, oh no, we don't get to, but we never fixed it. Because when you're growing like that, it's just worth the exposure at that point.
And it's hard, especially starting out, you don't really know anything about that. And then once we got better and better at like releasing videos and like
gain more subscribers.
Yeah, we could focus more on
it also comes down to is we had no leverage. So when we had 10,000 subscribers and our video got demonetized because YouTube's not going to listen to us. They have hundreds of thousands of channels talking to them every day.
Millions of subscribers.
What I mean? But now,
billions.
Now having just hit 1 million and being a bigger channel, we can be like, hey, YouTube, we have direct connections to YouTube that we can talk to. We have direct connections to the labels that we can talk to. There's been certain videos that have been completely taken down. And if we were a smaller channel, we would have lost them.
Yeah, we would have nothing.
But now we can go directly to Sony, and we don't know like the tops of Sony, but obviously we have one person that works there. We can be like, hey, can you please look into this? And it will take a week because things take a little bit. But after a week, they'll be like, okay, your video is back up. You know what I mean? Sorry, it got claimed. And now that we're bigger, we have more connections that are able to resolve the copyright issues.
That's just the YouTube side. There's actually more to it, like when it comes to Spotify, where we pay out, usually I think it's 10% of whatever we make goes to the original artist, and we have to pay a licensing fee for all those songs. And that's through Harry Fox Agency, which does licensing. And then through physical sales, there's a thing called easy song licensing, where you have to go out and say, all right, I plan on selling 500 copies of this CD. So here is the money that should go to the original artist up front. And that's usually around 10% as well. So we have to make sure that we pay all that sort of stuff up front, because I was really, really scared, like we don't do our own songs. So I wanted to make sure that all of our bases are covered and that we're paying all of the original artists what they deserve before we take what we get.
And Audra, I have a question for you. You pointed out that one of the hardest songs to cover were Queen's.
Yes.
And were you talking about the Bohemian Rhapsody or any other song?
Both of the Queen songs we did actually. So Bohemian Rhapsody and Somebody to Love were definitely some of the hardest songs that we ever covered, just because when we do collabs like that, I figure out how to split up all the vocals in the song. So I go through and record every single part and then send it to them and be like, okay, you guys record this part and this one's for you. And then I have to re-record all my parts. So like figuring out the split and making sure that everybody has an equal amount of parts and like a part that is suited for their voice is like the hardest thing ever. Plus
the opera part.
Yeah. Plus Queen songs just have so much in them anyways that trying to go through and figure out all this stuff was so hard. And you watch Netflix drama when in spare time, right? Yes, all the time.
So did you watch Queen's Gambit recently?
Yes! We were just talking about this the other day. I love that show so much.
You know, I'm also a hobby chess player.
Oh, really?
And I've been a professional player before.
That's so
Really?
cool. That's awesome.
Under one condition, by the way. Under one condition. First, the professional player was blindfolded. And he played 6 players simultaneously.
Hey,
I was
you
wondering
will win.
And I was the only person who beat him out of the 6 guys.
Yeah, that show was incredibly interesting. I can't believe that they made what seems like a very uneventful sort of thing.
Actually, I
really
cannot believe it.
Yeah, it was probably one of the best shows that I've seen all year.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it was so good.
Yeah, because first and foremost, a female player has Extremely slim chance to be #1 in the world among male players. He was in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was based on anything, historically, or if that was just kind of a made-up story.
I would say it's based on a little bit. I would say it's a little bit arranged on the story of Bobby Fischer.
Oh, okay. I've heard that name before. I'm not super familiar with chess, but
yeah, Bobby Fischer was the first American world champion who beat the Russian. Most of world chess champions are Russians.
Yeah.
As you can see in that drama.
Yeah.
Bobby Fischer was the first American player ever to win the world championship.
I knew it had to be based on something. It was too good of a story.
Yeah, but again, man, Bobby Fischer is a man, not a girl.
Yeah.
And he was not addicted to drugs.
True.
Instead, he was an anti-Semite, though.
Oh no.
Anti-Semite and anti-American. And believe it or not, he was living in Japan when he was under arrest.
Oh.
Back in 2008. I was really shocked.
Always a catch.
Yeah. And also, so you also said that you used to listen to country songs before joining the band.
Yes.
What were your favorite country singers when you were a kid?
Ooh, I think I listened a lot to Carrie Underwood when I was little, just because I liked singing her songs a lot. So that was kind of like what I grew up like singing and listening to before I joined the band. So I'd say probably her. She was my favorite country artist when I was little.
She's my idol too.
Yeah, she was so good.
What's your most favorite song of Carrie Underwood? Pick one, please.
I need to think about it.
Sure.
Oh, there was one that I really liked a lot. I don't remember the name of it.
You want to look it up?
Before He Cheats, that was my favorite one. When I was little, I used to love that song.
Did we
My
ever?
all-time favorite is Church Bells.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, because this is actually extremely closer to my childhood.
Oh, really?
And anyway, it was my childhood wish.
That's awesome. Yeah. I love Carrie Underwood so much. I could listen to her every day when I was younger. She was so good.
And she's still good.
Yeah, she is.
So I want you to sing Church Bells next time.
We'll put it on the list.
Yeah, sometime this year. Not in a rush. And so you hit the 1 million subscriber in December. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And how long would it take from 100,000 milestone to 1 million?